Eileo guys, and welcome back. So the lovely maintenance notes for August 24th, 2021 is here, and let's go ahead and take a look at this if you are curious about what is going on here. Though, do remember that MSL is switching from its publisher, which is 433, to its main company, which is Smart Study, I do believe. But from information gathered, there's nothing that's going to be changed, hopefully, in the future. But let's go ahead and check out the maintenance notes, you guys. Alright, so starting off here, we have our new Super Evo Astromon, which is Cupid. Let me move this so we can actually see more of the screen. But yep, we have Cupid. Obviously, I will either redo his video, because I will take into account the Super Evolutions, or if there's any balance changes that may happen with it, or not. Either way, I'll just go ahead and redo his video. And then we'll also have a new addition to the Light and Dark family, which is going to be Squirres. I haven't done a Squirres review. I don't think I have. Maybe I did in like the beginning of the channel, but I don't think I have. But obviously with them being introduced, why not go and give them some coverage as well? So stay tuned for those videos. They will have new skill books added to them as well. And is Squirres, is he AoE or is he single target? I cannot remember. Let me look real quick. Let me at least pull him up in Asher Guide to see. Because, you know, I think newer players do use him. But, okay, he's AoE. He's AoE. Not saying that Light and Dark Squirres is going to be super duper amazing, but they could possibly have some uses in the Nat 3 League, if not the Elemental Tower of Chaos. So, who knows? Obviously, they're getting skill books, though. They're adding in the Auto Capture, which is the option right above battles times 50, which is pretty great. And auto battle is paused when encountering an event Astromon, and you can manually capture it. So it sounds like auto capture works for every mon except for exotics, so you still need to pay attention with exotics, which means during exotic festivals, obviously you need to keep your eye on the game. But if there's no exotic festival, you can just totally straight up ignore that. I'm assuming, but I mean that is at least in concerns to auto battle, not auto capture in itself. So we'll have to see. I do feel like sometimes the settings don't work, but maybe that's just been me. But hopefully they've been tweaked. Yeah, because you can see right here it says exotic Astromon cannot be captured automatically, but they give the option to attempt to catch it, which is confusing. So if it cannot be captured automatically, why even have the option there? Because I always click that. It felt like it never worked. And they're like, yeah, it doesn't work, but we're still got the option there. So, I mean, I guess it's just going to stop at the Astromon. It's up to you if you really want to catch it or not. Because I'm assuming with the whole switching between the capture to like the special chips for the exotic kind of messes up with the system. That's my only assumption. But basically, if you're farming exotics, make sure you keep your eye on the game every now and then. If you're not farming exotics, have at it. Like, this is going to be pretty good. And then added release Astromon. That's going to be super good, dude. Super good. So we can release Astromon from my temporary storage, especially with the anniversary, or just doing Heroes Festival and Clan Festival in general. It is just terrible to go through my storage, add all those mons to my mod box, release them, go back to my storage, add 50 more mons to my mon box, release them, go back to my storage, release, you know, it's just super duper time consuming, which is the downside of festivals, of where I'm spending maybe like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes releasing Astromon and doing stuff here and there to kind of tidy up my mon box. But that means they'll never have to hit my mod box. I can release them from here. That's some good stuff, dude. Gleam and 5-star Astromon are unable to be released, so that is just a safety factor, which is pretty pog. And then the Super Festival for Cupid, it doesn't matter if I say this now because dudes are already going to do it. Dudes are going to do it as soon as maintenance is over with. I guarantee you. I promise you that. But his festival, if you want the extra Astro Gems, starts on the 26th. It starts on the 26th. So if you want the extra Astro Gems, feel free to wait. But if you don't want it, go ahead and do it. I mean, they're going to do it anyway, so I'm preaching to the choir here. Then the next Super Festival is going to be Wild Thing in September, and that starts on the 20th, but that's a month away, so not a big deal. And after that will be Victoria / Nike in October. And then for the Capture Festival, we have Pip coming back, which is a bit weird because its actual Capture Festival starts from September 10th to September 24th. But September should be the anniversary date for MSL. Like, I understand at the beginning of the video I said that 433 is transferring MSL back to its creators, which is Smart Study, or Study Smart. I do apologize on the name, but shouldn't our Capture Festival be the exotic mon for the anniversary, which they've already hinted to being Mini Eve? Like, is this either a typo or are they pushing it back? Because Pip shouldn't be here. I feel like Pip should be in October and not September, because September is the anniversary time. So yeah, that's a bit of a weird chant right there. But I mean, it is what it is. Check out my Pip review. Obviously, light and dark Pips are the more appetizing ones out of the bunch. But since I do have my handy Astro Guide up at the same time, let me give just a brief rundown of the lovely Pips, if I can find one. Come on, man. They should add a search function to the freaking Astro Guide, bro. That would be smiley face. Alright, Pip. The fire one has resistance down and defense down. So if you need a resistance downer, feel free to pick that one up. Water one is Sleeping Predator. Water one's totally Astro Guide. Hunter is Astro Guide too because it has Hunter and an Elemental Edge, but it's a wood type. But its attack is actually pretty good, so you could put that to use if you don't have any like wood nukers. Obviously, Elemental Edge isn't my favorite 5-star skill, but it is what it is. The light one has SP Siphon and Predator, and then the dark one has Battle Rush and Sap. So you could use the dark one as a sapper. It's not really my favorite type of Astromon to be a sapper because I would love to have sap on both skills, not just one. Obviously, mons like Dark Yuki are a big exception, but I would rather morale boost and sap versus battle rush and sap. But if you don't have any sappers at all, this is a great one for you to pick up. It's obviously free. Obviously, you just have to have the chips to capture it, and it could be on your golems team. So if you don't have any sappers other than your water Miho or your water Sea Star, definitely pick Pip up. Anything is an upgrade at that point. And obviously we can fuse for them. There's going to be Pip Soulstones at the Shady Shop. I'm just curious though, like, is Anniversary getting pushed back, or is Anniversary now just a scam? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. And then there's secret egg packages out. Obviously donate to the game if you feel like donating. You're not obligated to, but if you like the game and you enjoy the game, feel free to pick that up. Me, personally, I like to at least purchase something that I know I'm guaranteed to get. So, if I purchase a Variant Holy Gleam package, I know that I'm guaranteed to get a Variant Holy Gleam from it. Not saying that I am, but I personally don't like to play the lottery when I purchase something. I like to know exactly what I'm getting. Then there's skill books over there. Go ahead and get your skill books. There's a limit of 3 up there, and that goes from September 1st to September 9th. There's a light and dark Hana package. Now, this is something that if you were considering purchasing, I could understand you purchasing something like this because you're guaranteed that Astromon that you see. Do you want a light Hana? Do you want a dark Hana? Choice is yours. Obviously, with Cupid coming out, light Cupid without a doubt is going to be pretty banging for Super Evolution. Like, straight up, he's going to be pretty banging because from memory, I think he gets a lot more damage than what dark Hana does with her skill books. But both the Hanas are decent. I would definitely say that I kind of favor the dark one, even though I use my light one as, you know, a defensive mon in PvP. But both of them are pretty decent. Same thing with light and dark Wild Fang, though I will give it to my baby girl dark Wild Fang, which I don't have, which I was hoping to get with the anniversary, but I'm not sure what's going on with that. So hopefully they can kind of communicate that and be like, hey, we're doing the switch over, which doesn't really affect the game, but we're going to go ahead and push the anniversary off until late September or maybe October once we get things settled. Or, sorry guys, we scammed you out. Anniversary is a lie. Congratulations. You played yourself hoarding all those gems. I don't know. This is purely speculation. But there's improvements over here. Hero deck is signed at the Hero, Gold, and Clan Dungeons is now saved. Continue auto battle if you lose function is added as an auto battle option. Boys and girls, that is smiley face gaming. 100% smiley face gaming. So say for instance you have a golem team that is 99% reliable, and that 1%. That 1%, man, it always happens. Like, say for instance, you're running golems at night and you're going to go to bed, but your phone's plugged in and you just want your phone to burn up. It's none of my business. But say for instance, you've been running golems all night, or you run golems all night while you sleep. You get to run freaking 3 of your golems runs after you've been asleep, and it dies, and then you wake up and you have all your stamina. No money, no gems, nothing, just pure stamina. How frustrating that is. To have that option for it to go ahead and consider, okay, you lost, let's go ahead and restart, is huge. Huge, meaning even if your team isn't 100%, stable, as long as it's in the high 90s or even high 80s, it is what it is, dude. I'll take the little bit of loss of stamina versus the big gains that I get from gems and gold of having it run for X amount of time versus it sitting on that screen 3 runs out of 50 and just doing nothing. So it's pretty good. Then development comments, we tried to increase max gold cap but was unable to implement that into the game due to some limits of the game system. They probably could have actually increased this because there's a lot of games out there with number bloats, and I'm not calling out any, but there's a lot of games out there with number bloats. But once again, I don't really see a reason why, unless there's 1 or 2 people out there in the world with the gold cap, which at that point in time, it's just like, why do you need more gold anyways if you're already at the cap? So that's not important. And the reasoning behind that was it's decide to focus on updating contents instead of to make the gold as worth currency in game. We keep trying our best to provide you the better content updates that all adventurers will be satisfied with. I mean, that's fine. You could just say, you know what, max gold cap increase is dumb, we're not doing it, and leave it at that. Then emblem condition, which can be earned from clan quest, is stated much more detailed. Astro chips are automatically charged for free at the start of adventure battles. That's a nice quality of life improvement. And then some achievement goals and rewards of daily, weekly, and monthly quests are improved. What do these improvements entail? Do we get more gems out of it? Do we get more energy? Do we get more gold? We'll have to wait and find out. There's some bug fixes and some known issues. Auto battle doesn't stop after capturing legendary Astromon when encountering both legendary and rare Astromon, and auto capture for all grades of Astromon in case 1 inventory left for Astromon. At that point, yeah, you kind of played yourself if you only have 1 inventory slot and you're trying to get a legendary and rare Astromon at the same time. Another known issue is unable to check the check mark even if there's no clover after completing expedition. I, of course, have been aware of that, but it is what it is. So, I mean, this is just pretty much like a standard maintenance notes update. Obviously, some quality of life things have been introduced. We have the lovely Cupid Super Festival coming out with his Super Evolution. The releasing Astromon is a big thing. Auto battle, regardless if you fail a stage or not, is super duper big as well. What else is there? Auto capture is super big. That is lovely. That's something that should have been in the game quite a while ago, but hey, it's here now. No need to, worry so much about the past. The only thing, though, is number 1, Dongjin Lee, I believe was his name, from 433, man. I'm gonna miss you, bro. It's been nice. There's no indication of the anniversary either. Hopefully that will kind of like divulge over the next coming weeks or something. I don't know for sure. If anyone knows, feel free to leave a comment below. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment below. Anyways, what are you excited about for this? The whole anniversary situation, how do you feel about that? What are your thoughts about that? I wouldn't really worry about MSL shutting down or anything, because as you can see from the notes, they're still updating the game. There's still stuff coming out. It's just one less of a middleman with 433 and Smart Study or Study Smart. But yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't considered subscribing, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest and the greatest in MSL and more. Join the Discord if you haven't already. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.